we have at
10.
At 2:10 p.m. in the afternoon, we're doing a Tsimshian language preservation project with Mr. Harvey Leask, and this is for the Tsimshian language. Mr. Leask, can you tell me what your name was at birth, when you were born?
Yeah, my name is Harvey Leask. I was born in Ketchikan, Alaska in 1918, February 6th.
Oh. Who were you raised by?
My parents'
And what were their names?
name was James Leask and Lillian Leask.
Oh. How many brothers and sisters did you have?
I had 6 sisters and 5 brothers.
Oh. What were their names?
Well, my oldest one, sister is Ollie, and then my brother Jimmy was second. He's James Leask Jr., and then me, Harvey Leask, and then Getchie, and then Martha, then Jessie, and then Alice, and then Millie, and there was one that died real early. I forgot her name now.
Okay.
It was a baby.
Oh, who did you marry?
I married a woman from Saxon
And
named
what?
Elizabeth Shield.
Oh, and let me see. What were your do you know what clan you belonged to?
My dad said we belonged to the Wolf clan.
Oh, how do you say that in Tsimshian?
Gibao.
Oh. Was that the clan your mother was in? Your mother's clan was that Wolf?
I don't know what my mother, she never did tell us what her clan was.
Oh.
My dad told us we were Wolf.
Yeah, so he must know. Were you adopted into any other clan or tribe before? No. You know, sometimes people are adopted by their friends into a different tribe. Yeah.
No.
Okay, that's why we asked that one. Were you ever given an Indian name?
Well, just what my dad used to call me Haps.
Haps? What does that mean?
It means Harvey, I guess.
Oh.
He called me by that all the time. He never did call me Harvey. Haps.
I've heard of that before. Some people's English names, older people trying to turn them into Tsimshian names.
Mm-hmm.
Like there's a guy who works at the clinic and his name is Robert, and my mom calls him Labert.
Love it, yeah.
Labert? Yeah, and we have a little nephew in our family called Tommy, and she calls him, I think it's Dempsch.
Domsch.
Yeah!
I remember I heard that.
Yeah. So that's what that is. Okay. Do you remember anybody else being called by an Indian name? Do you know did you have friends or relatives who also had Indian names or nicknames?
Not that I can remember right now.
Okay. What was the name of the elementary school you went to?
The grade school?
Yeah, grade school.
It's at Dearmont School now. It's used to be Mahoney Heights.
Oh, is that where KIC is today?
Mm-hmm.
That's that old building. I see pictures of it.
Yeah.
Just the pictures of it. Oh. Who were the leaders or elders in your childhood in Ketchikan and Indian Town? Who were the people who led the community that everyone looked up to? Yeah.
You mean long ago?
Yeah, when you were young. Can you remember
Boy.
their names?
I don't know, maybe our pastor.
Yeah, who was he?
His name was Paul Mather, my uncle.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we used to go to his church up there where the mortuary is.
Yeah.
That's our old church.
Mm-hmm. I remember, yeah, my mom talks about that a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Can you remember anybody else? Was there with the church, was there a council of church elders? Or
Yes, there was town council. The older people than me, I mean,
yeah,
Casper Mather.
exactly, yeah,
Casper.
that crowd.
Wilbur Ridley and
Oh.
Robert Ridley,
Uh-huh.
and all those guys that live up by the hill where I live.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's who they were in those days, huh? Have you ever heard of anyone being a hereditary chief?
Chief?
Yeah, yeah. Have you ever heard of any such talk?
No, we kind of drifted away from all that when it was
Came
when we
to
went
Alaska.
to the cattle. Yeah.
Exactly, yeah. Okay.
Coming back now. But
Yeah. Tell me some stories you heard about. I want to ask if you heard any stories about the elders, the people, the church elders, about the things that they did to take care of the community. That what kind of, what were they respected for? What did people look up to them? I know that they, took good care of the people and took leadership roles. Yeah.
I don't know.
They just served the church and the community, huh?
I just couldn't think of it right now. I know there was something.
Music, Harvey.
What's that?
Music.
Music? She says music.
Music. Oh yeah.
Okay.
We used to like the band. I used to belong to a boys band in our church when I was 10 years old or something.
Oh, the church had a band?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I didn't know that.
I have a picture of it too. It was a parade on the 4th of July.
Oh, that's great.
We won third prize one time.
So is that where you learned how to play music?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's wonderful. Now, who did the teaching? Who taught the music?
Paul Mather.
Paul Mather taught music to everybody, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, so he must have known how to use different instruments.
Oh yeah,
to read music.
he was good at most instruments.
Wow, I didn't know that. That's amazing. And so you guys were in the 4th of July?
Yeah, we're in the parade.
Oh, that's...
I got a picture of it.
You do? Oh, I bet that's wonderful. I never did know that there was a church band with instruments. I thought there was a chorus.
After we're through, maybe I'll show it to you.
Oh, I would love to see it. That's news to me. It's news to me. I'm just amazed. Okay. How do you feel about passing the Tsimshian language on to the new generations of people?
I think it'd be nice if they can do it.
Oh, yeah, if they can do it, yeah.
Yeah, why I learned how, I mean, that's all we used at home when I was young.
Mm-hmm.
That's how come it really,
Because when you use it every day,
yeah, we use it at
part of your
home. My
thinking.
mother talked to me in Tsimshian all the time. My dad too, he never did talk to me in English.
How was it that you learned English?
Well, I was going to school,
In the school system,
Oh,
huh?
yeah. Well, after we went to school, then we quit talking Tsimshian, it seemed like.
Oh, did you stop talking Tsimshian in the home?
Not with my dad and mother, just with my brothers and sisters.
Yeah, that's how it was for my parents and my aunts and uncles' family. Was they did speak it in the house, but not outside the house. Yeah. Okay. Now, do you see any difficulties? This is a question of my own, since I just heard you talk. Do you see any difficulties with teaching the Tsimshian language to the young people? You had the luxury of having it spoken every day in the house, and when they go to teach it now, that they won't have that. The only time they'll practice really is at class.
Yeah, it's going to be taught because William Duncan was taught Tsimshian, and he really talked it good.
Yeah.
White man.
Yeah.
And if white man can talk it, it's going to be taught.
It's possible, right? Well, that's good to hear.
But you have to have the right teacher too, because a lot of words there that if they're used differently, it means different too. They almost sound the same,
Now, can you give me an example of that? Of like a word that you could say differently that changes its meaning?
Yes. Yeah, I have to think about that. See what I mean?
It's all right. It takes time.
I remember, I know there is, but just take it out.
Yeah.
I haven't used it so long that
No, I don't really
couldn't
know.
pinpoint it right away. But
No, I don't know too much about the Tsimshian language, but the only one example that sounds familiar about is like the word for gemk or hot or sun. It was kind of similar for like the sun or the moon or you're very hot, a hot day or you're so very sweaty.
Gemg.
Gemg. Yeah. And that could be a person's name also, so that's different meanings for one word.
Yeah.
Is that kind of what you're thinking of? For the way you say one word, the meaning might change?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. October. Okay. Okay. We kind of skipped around here on the questions. Did in the government school up at Mahoney Heights, did they did they allow the students to speak native language, or was it just only English?
It's only English.
Uh-huh. No, did they discourage the use of native language at all?
No, they didn't. Nobody used it in school. I don't.
Oh, okay, there was
Yeah,
no
they
reason
just-
to.
I don't know whether it was against the rule or what, but
Okay,
we just didn't use it in school.
okay. Let me see. Can you tell me about what it was like growing up in Ketchikan?
Yeah.
Yeah. Teach us something about what it was like. We come from a different era. Yeah, we have no idea what life was like back then.
Well, I tell you, when I was a boy, my dad and mother used to take me to church up to that church up there, and it was full, packed, Sunday morning and Sunday night. The same people come back Sunday night, and big choir, about 50 voices every service. But it was just on Sunday, and people used to really honor the Lord's Day them days. The stores never opened. You couldn't buy a package of gum here on Sunday.
Oh my
All the
goodness.
stores were tight, closed tight. The sawmill is quiet, and everything. That's how they honored the Lord's Day them days. It wasn't a real law, but there are people doing it themselves,
Yeah.
knowing about it. But now it's getting forgotten, and everybody just, well, they're doing it. Somebody else does it, then it's okay,
Yeah.
But it isn't.
No,
It's still the same to me.
Yeah.
Since I became a Christian,
Yeah.
I've really been keeping the Lord's Day holy,
Yeah. It's
and
pretty.
that's what He wants us to do.
It's like society changing. Yeah, I was surprised to see that the mall would stay open on Sunday when they first opened.
Oh,
Now
yeah.
all the other stores have to compete now for that extra day of money, so they all stay open now.
Yes.
It's a chain reaction.
Mhm.
Yeah. So more people are working on Sunday now.
Oh yeah, long ago.
It's one thing leads
Wait,
to another. Look what
They
happens.
can get time and a half once they work on Sunday. They used to
Oh.
offer a little more money if you want to come out,
Oh. Yeah.
but now it's union. Everything you have to go work if you want to work.
Exactly.
You want to get paid, you got to work.
Yeah.
But
So there was more support with the church. The community really came out and was part of the church more then. Is that how it was?
you mean to keep the Sunday?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, them days people were different. You know what I mean? They all respected the day, the Lord's Day, and you don't have to have a put law about it or anything.
Yeah.
But then somebody opens a store on Sunday, and everybody knows about it. And then, there's a greed setting in.
Exactly.
See what I mean?
Yeah.
Greed sets in, and then
That's what it is.
then the guy that owns the store, hey, look at that guy, got mine, I'm gonna open mine too. I don't let him have all the customers.
Exactly.
Well, that's the way it sets in, and pretty soon it's growing, see, and pretty soon they're all trying to.
One thing leads to another,
Yeah,
and
they're all-
Sunday really isn't a Sunday anymore.
Right, no, you don't know
Yeah,
Sunday anymore.
that's how. Yeah.
But
yeah.
that's the way the whole world is going.
That's right. Yeah. What else can you remember about growing up in Ketchikan? What did you do for fun? Did you guys play baseball, or what did you do for fun in those
we used
days?
to play baseball a lot
And
at the ballpark,
oh,
even down by the old federal building. There used to be a big low tide there.
Yeah,
It used
Sandy
to run
Flats
out, and that's
there?
what they used for
City float.
ball field. Yeah.
oh my gosh.
Even on 4th of July, they have a big team play there.
Oh my goodness.
They got to watch the tide though.
Uh-huh. Now, did you guys have a regular team, or was it just a bunch of the boys from the neighborhood who felt
Yeah,
like
just some
playing?
neighborhood boys. Yeah.
Okay, because
But
today.
later,
yeah.
when we had teams and when we started going to school, we play basketball. We have teams in our own school. And we used to travel around and play different play different towns.
Yeah, well, that's like the big leagues.
Yeah.
When you get into traveling and competition between cities.
Yeah.
In baseball, they did that here?
The basketball.
Oh,
mostly.
basketball, yeah.
Mostly.
Yeah. Well, did you guys get to play basketball like outside of school? Did you play outside basketball?
Oh yes, there's when I was living in Metlakatla there, we used to call it we used to have a fireman team, they call it, just people gathered together want to play for the firemen,
Oh.
and we have our own teams, and then we challenge somebody else, some store, you know, that sponsors them like they're doing now, you know.
Oh, yeah.
So it was in our day too, that kind of stuff.
Oh, I didn't know that. Here I
really
thought it was a new
enjoyed
thing.
basketball, especially when I went to Wrangell Institute.
Oh.
Boy, we really had teams there.
Oh, wow.
We really traveled all over the southeastern.
How did your team do in Wrangell Institute? Did you guys do
We
pretty
beat
good?
everybody in southeast. Yeah, all the high schools.
Oh my gosh. Amazing. That must have been pretty tough competition though.
Yeah, there was. Even Selden Jackson we beat.
Oh my goodness. Now because Wrangell, they weren't a very big town back then. Was there a pretty low population in Wrangell?
Well, yeah.
Or was it a bigger town compared to other
No, it's
southeast
about
towns?
the same it is now.
Oh, right.
We never hardly grew, I don't think, that town.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I was thinking, well, competing with Sitka must have had a pretty good population, and Ketchikan, that must have been, they had a bigger pick of the local athletes.
Yeah, right.
And you guys gave them a run for their money.
Wrangell Institute had all the villages on the island.
Oh.
So they got a good
that's
pick. See.
Wow. Was Wrangell Institute, was the population pretty big? How many students would you say would go there?
Oh, I'd say there are about 200.
Oh, okay, so that was a giant school,
About 100
wasn't it?
girls and 100 boys.
Oh my goodness. That was a giant school then.
Mhm.
Well, compared to, say, the government school in Ketchikan
Mhm.
or the old main school. They
Mhm.
probably didn't have 200 students, you think?
Where?
In the government school here in Ketchikan at Mahoney Heights?
No.
Yeah,
no, I
so
don't think
comparatively it would...
No, I probably had maybe 100 altogether.
Oh, yeah.
All the rooms, had about 4 rooms.
Oh, yeah. Wow. It must have... Here today they complain if there's more than 20 kids in a class.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's funny. So do you remember some of the people who were on your basketball team with you?
Oh, yeah.
Who were,
I remember all of them almost.
who were they? What's their names?
Oh, there's Willie Welsh
Uh-huh.
from Sitka.
Uh-huh.
And there was Morris Grant from Cake.
Mm-hmm.
Louis Austin from Cake.
Uh-huh.
Charlie Johnny from Hoona.
Uh-huh.
Walter Williams from Hoona. Pete Johnson from Ketchikan here.
Oh.
And Millen Hudson from Metlakatla, Everett Hudson, and Howard Hudson.
Yeah.
All those 3 guys are real good players.
Oh my gosh, great.
And well, I have to think a while because I can name them all if I take a little time, you know. John Ross from Hoona, he was a really good shot, that guy.
Mm-hmm. What was the name of your team?
Wrangell Institute.
It was called Wrangell. Oh, you weren't called the Bears or anything.
No. Oh no, the Golden Eagles. That's
Oh, okay.
right. They did
The
have
Golden
one.
Eagles. Oh, that's
Golden
it.
Eagles.
Oh. Well, I've never heard of another team in Southeast called the Golden Eagles. Nope. There's the Juneau Crimson Bears and the Mischiefs in Metlakatla and the Kings. I've never heard of anybody called the Golden Eagles. That's great. That's great. Wow. Wow. So you guys gave all of Southeast a run for the money, huh?
Yeah.
Did you guys go to Anchorage?
No, just southeast.
Just Southeast. Oh, okay. Okay.
Remember we played at the main school here and we beat them by 1 point.
Oh my goodness.
Wow.
Oh, that's a great game. That's amazing. Oh, yeah. I wonder if people would have pictures of games, like that.
Oh, I don't know.
Probably not a lot
They
of
probably
pictures
did, but
taken.
it's pretty hard to find them now.
Oh, I bet. Yeah, yeah, yeah. how long did you go to the Wrangell Institute? How long were you there?
3.5 years.
Oh, okay. Were there special subjects you were learning there or skills?
Not really. What I like is, machine shop and stuff. What you really use in your later years,
That's right.
You work those lathes and everything,
Oh my goodness.
and welding and all that.
Yeah.
We learned that up there.
That was like a trade school.
Like it, yeah.
Oh, that's great. I didn't know that they had that kind of.
Carpenter shop, and you learn how to really build stuff.
Wow, so stuff you could really use with your life.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that. I thought it was just a high school.
No. Boarding school. We lived right there.
Yeah.
Right there with it.
Yeah. Now, when you went there, did you get homesick?
When I first year I did, but after that I didn't want to come home for that.
Oh, that's why everybody talks about the good times they had at the Wrangell Institute. Yeah. Yeah.
That was a real good time. So.
Yeah. Well, that's great. It sounds nice that in that time that they could have something like that for everybody.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, that's pretty neat. I was wondering if you could, talk in Tsimshian, to tell us some stories about maybe gathering food or what it was like when you grew up. And
Yeah.
could you talk to us in Tsimshian?
Yes.
Yeah. Great. I want to hear every little word and clear my ears.
Takwan wal ligero. The Zex William Duncan na ligero. The ni wal zom takwan that is wal zosko. The atlas in the guerra that's William Duncan. Neither saw postmaster that Taiwan. The Huxley that was bandits. William Duncan, the steamboat. The Reichs were one air, the Hanigora, the Nakika. The Shopshahonkis, William Duncan at Taiwan. We had to get the Shund. Canada horn, the wopse horn. A little hele get a hacket lals that we that shown. That like all the Skatoska season the horn the Shadamadum Shahon get it Shawne could get an order the gomsham, the gabit la gomsham. Abel looks out to the have him Naguero and go lach bort. Which I loig him the lachge where looks out will zom. Zebes Naguero go web it aguida. The Cipriantum horn that Simon the horn that some called sweater some shin with a barrel, but here the Shahonum the Simon to one and that jar the noyo this some clear jar the maoch this with legs of honey may hele jars just al halke that way but like out of well the way that the welcome them a school. They get scanned will a school them. They go unable to get. How do you Shawane come to it again? Shawane come ولو تأخر واحد دالة سنكتة أجدي دالة سكت سكرم لب نيدر من الأول من لا تأخر يعني يتجمع قوي لا قاري قوي لا كشكورم تسلم خلينا ونينا شو واب لا والزوم لا قال نيول دو خلي قال تبقم سست قومشم أبا نقول هيل هون قم شمون شو ناس ولا هون قوي أمس خنكتر they قم قوي every day خاني شه إلى والجد كويس أنكتر بتوخ بالقويك شخانيقو لمالك وايم سويا سنيرو سا الوت أرم لوال كيان سكونيات لمك لوال لم بتوخ كتساقاريس ونيا هل كده لم لا die huilen de nakte dat hij was dat iets oorschot dat galgaro no guaro is nooit een pazazum sa ali square heel get de pazazum de time we halt we op zets la hoop walke halke aan slaak Sandy get it, but Roix. I could well get on such a woo get it from what that's the hell to get it, that's an actor that's some look still la well can he got get. Look some apple. La wel kan je gaan zeggen. Zelfs de guerra is gaan go. Ik heb een dag joh dat guerra. Doel wel hij ik heb een dag de hele web die ze hebben de geschaan. Dat iets oos geschaan abu web. Die wil am la wel am schanak. Zelfs de guerra de droogste wanneer ze الكترون أبغى سري نير بوينش ليس عاملة وساسنا ما عاملة والخنيقة أيت دول زمان وأبوي كشتري لو تهانيم لو شامي ون هنا وينش أم سماك لا أبوي ني زمان أبوي تسلام كيكت نوم ليش نقارم شملوا الهنية ده ليش أعمل سلامة أعمل أول خليقة ده خلياس خام سان هي الهون ده هي الغتخو جت